I was saying that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he was the best amongst his family members. He was the best. And we have to see in the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Even so, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he used to walk, you know the Sahabas, they say that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his sunnah method of walking is that he used to keep his gaze down, his eyes down when he used to walk in the street. Especially in England, I will say it is wajib for a person to keep his eyes down. Especially in England, I would say it is wajib, compulsory for you to keep your eyes down for men and women. For men and women. So keeping your eyes down, ghaddul basar. We have a separate bar in hadith just about talking about ghaddul basar, keeping your gaze down. And another method, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he used to walk, it is though that they say in the hadith that he is coming down from a mountain. It is coming down from a mountain. And you know what was the miracle of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? A long distance of road, the earth used to collide together and make it shorter. Can you imagine? And if you hear these things in our ulamas and our mashayikhs in this day and age, you won't call it mu'jiza, you will call it karama. I'll give you one example. You might not agree with me, but this is what we have heard from our elders and our scholars. That sometime in Bangladesh, one of our scholars, they used to give lectures from station to station, from area to area. And one Ali, Mawlana Nuruddin, he was in a traffic. And the traffic was so that he was supposed to go to another village, but it was impossible for him to reach there in 2 hours. And then he said, I'm going to leave now, I'm going somewhere else. And by the time they reach there, they already find out that he's already started his bayan, he's already halfway through his bayan. Subhanallah. And these are people who have seen with their own eyes and heard. So this can be a karama. The karamatul awliya is haq. We don't reject this, we don't deny this. But Allah, when a person, this is when you come to a different level, brothers. When your iman comes to a different level, when you come and your connection with Allah comes to a different level. May Allah grant us this. So coming back to the subject, that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the most important thing is, 3 things we have to see in the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What was the extraordinary thing about him? In the time of Musa alayhi salatu wasalam, it is mentioned, the scholars have documented and they've written that they call it the akhlaq, the character of akhlaq-i hamida. What is it? What is it? That if someone hits me, I will hit him back. It's called retaliation. Same retaliation. And in the time when it came to Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, it was called akhlaq-i karima. That if someone hits you, what do? You raise your other side of your cheek and you say, hit me again. Which is important. It is impossible in nowadays. But the akhlaq of Rasulullah, we have to see what was the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. His akhlaq, Allah says that وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. We have gave you the highest standard of akhlaq. This is what the ummah of today is lacking today. We are lacking in our akhlaq, our characters, our morals, our social conduct. We are lacking in this. And that's why people, we don't have trust amongst each other. There's very less trust amongst family members, amongst the communities, because we're not creating that trust, because our behaviors is not improving. So what is this akhlaq-i azima? Allah says in the Quran, فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ وَاسْتَغْفِرْ لَهُمْ وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. He says that the akhlaq of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was that the first thing is that if someone done something wrong to me, the first thing is from your heart, not from your tongue, forgive him. فَاعْفُ عَنْهُمْ. And the second, the most hardest thing is, start making tawbah and istighfar for this person. Ask Allah to forgive him. Ask Allah to forgive him. And the last thing is, start making your relation, وَشَاوِرْهُمْ فِي الْأَمْرِ. Like your relation was with him, your connection was with him before, the same way, start making the relation again. Start making contacts again. This is the most hardest part. Allah says in the different ayat of the Quran, Allah says, وَلَا تَسْتَوِي الْحَسَنَةُ وَلَا السَّيِّئَةُ. Today what we do, that if someone has done something wrong to me, or someone has hurt me, Or someone in the community has done something wrong to me, what do? We straight away run to the solicitors. I want to do a case. I want to play a case against him. So Allah is saying that do not retaliate with a bad with a bad. You should give bad with a good. What will happen? That idfa' billati hiya ahsan fa idha alladhi baynaka wa baynahu adaw. That what was between you, the enmity, the enemy and the enmity that was between you, you will become ka'annahu waliyyun hamim. You will become a very close friend with him. Someone you didn't like, but because of your good behavior, you're speaking nicely to him, you're asking him, hello, how are you? Salaam alaikum, how are you doing? Because of this, you will see that this person, the person that you're doing with good akhlaq, he will start be thinking that, look, he's not such a bad man. Actually, he's really good. I thought he was like this. People talked about him. People said this about him. But I think he's a very good man, mashallah. So we need to rectify our akhlaq. And this is the shortcomings. This is what we are lacking in today. In the entire ummah. In the entire ummah, Maulana Tariq Jameel has specially emphasized, once he was given a lecture, and he was saying that the greatest degradation of this ummah is our behavior, our conduct, our akhlaq. We need to rectify our akhlaq. We need to become nice to each other. And please, the most important thing is that Allah says in Surah Hujurat, I don't want to start talking about this surah and start talking about the ayat, but in this ayat Allah says, the first thing Allah says, that do not overthink about people. Do not overthink about people, because if you start overthinking about people, then you will start to spy about people. So if you overthink, for example, someone has come to the masjid and you're thinking about this person, you're thinking that why has this person has come today? Or someone is walking somewhere, maybe he's going to the shop, and you're thinking maybe he's going into the alcohol shop. So overthinking about our brothers and sisters is wrong as well. Because when you start doing that, you will start spying. You become suspicion, and then you will start spying about this person. This is the ayat of the Quran. You'll be spying. And then that will convert into backbiting. And when you start backbiting, all your deeds and action, you have cleaned everything out. You have cleaned everything else out. So may Allah rectify our akhlaq. The first and foremost thing that I started with, the most important thing is, let's not do anything. Okay, if we don't know anything about Islam, at least from today, let's make this resolution that let's learn how to speak nicely with people. Let's just learn this. Forget about the rest. Forget about the topi, the amama, the jabba, the kurta, beard. Let's learn how to talk nicely with people. And then the rest will come slowly. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this majlis and give me and you the tawfiq to understand and practice what has been said. Jazakallah khairan. Subhanallah wa bihamdika. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Ameen.